of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, T.G. Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
I never thought that we would see the day where Diddy would get arrested, and I told you guys in that Maria Z interview in 2021 that no one tells on Diddy. P. Diddy. All right? Just the same way nobody tells on Denzel Washington.
Katt Williams back at it again. This time, he dropping heavy warnings on who's next to get silenced for talking too much and getting way too close to the real truth in the industry. He naming every celebrity that's about to get taken out or arrested in 2026. Folks, this ain't regular shade no more. The pattern already moving and the names he pointing at bigger than most expected. If Katt write a whole list of big voices about to disappear real fast, Katt started with Wendy Williams. Katt brought her up because she was hosting big names, asking questions others avoided. She called out wild industry behavior, even questioned what goes down behind closed doors. Y'all remember that one time she had Diddy on his show and got real uncomfortable when Diddy mentioned her son on air because she knew all he was into.
What's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say but I can't relate that.
Oh, that was Hulk Hogan creepy.
So, no, I know. So I'll just go into a very simple and boring answer. How about real estate, right?
Real estate. You can use the same answers you want to do. Did you do Chloe? And I'm going to ask you again. I'm going to ask you again because no matter what you say, I think that you hit it at least once.
Yeah.
On your, yeah. You got down with Chloe. Now, did you get down with Courtney?
No.
Kim? So, it's Chloe, it's Kim.
Making money and putting it into theaters. I just felt like us as African-American men and women, we needed to have a story that had a happy ending, a success story.
And let me tell you something. As the mother of a now 16-year-old.
Mm-hmm. Who I met backstage,
He did?
He's a great young man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You represent a lot to a lot of people in general. I mean, you're an example to people who aren't black. Like, yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Then fast, the narrative flipped. In one interview, she talked about Diddy trying to control dudes to dress like females. And what happened next? She got isolated, labeled, lawsuits hitting her hard, trying to take her kids. Katt saying this is exactly how they silence voices. When they can't control you, they remove you from the conversation.
Right, well, Kanye had the kill. And then ASAP had the long dress.
Yeah.
Have you seen the ASAP picture?
Yeah, I'm not down with any of that. I mean, wouldn't be my man.
No?
No.
We brought in Lord Jamar from Brand New
Beer.
Because he had made some comments about that.
What did he say?
Well, he talked about the whole feminization of hip hop culture from the 80s on. You know?
I think he's taking the words out of my mouth.
Yeah, I mean, he talked about how, when we were younger, you wear an ear in your left ear, and that was considered straight, and the ear in your right ear, that'd be gay. And then at one point, people started wearing both earrings, and and
then they started wearing girl pants, and then they're wearing jeggings, and then, yes, it's very effeminized, but be very clear, there were lots of homosexuals in hip hop back in the 80s too, that was. What's worse, hip hop wearing skirts or hip hop being closeted and having a plethora of proved manhood that, and denial of something that you shouldn't have to deny, which is your sexuality. So I hear what Jamar is saying, but we come from a very homosexual era of hip hop as well. There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, Wendy.
So look, I have some things to get off my chest.
Oh, that's what we do here. We have a segment called Get It Off Your Chest, actually.
That's right.
Perfect. Well, there's this lawsuit with Lifetime and A&E, and I've been told I stand to win $20 million.
Now, what was the? Let's refresh people on what the lawsuit was. What was the lawsuit, Lauren?
The lawsuit was that 4-part thing starring me on TV, which I only watched once, and I will never watch again in life. It was disgusting. I was, to do that TV thing, it was two people who I won't say their names, but I can say one white woman and one black man.
Okay, and I read the court documents. You're talking about Sabrina Morrissey and Will Selby.
Anyway, they brokered, I don't know, a deal on behalf of me.
Mm-hmm.
And what kind of deal? I have no idea. I guess the clothing, the location, the money,
Now, another name circling the block, Dave Chappelle. Dude walked away from massive money because something didn't sit right. They tried painting him like he lost it, not in a good headspace. But he came back still speaking the same truth. Katt warning that types like Dave, who refuse to play along, stay at risk. If they tried it once, what stops them from finishing the job in 2026?
To be honest with you, I've been trying to repair my relationship with the transgender community because I don't want them to think that I don't like them. And you know how I've been repairing it? I wrote a play. I did, because I know that gays love plays. It's a very sad play, but it's moving. It's about a black transgender woman whose pronoun is sadly. It's a tearjerker. At the end of the play, she dies of loneliness because white liberals don't know how to speak to her. Sad.
Dave Chappelle was decapitated in front of us. And you're talking about somebody who has a wife and 5 children, lives on a farm, doesn't live here in Hollywood. You're saying you convinced people that person was an insane crackhead? Wow. And he hasn't been on movies and TV for 8 years? Is that correct? Wow. Okay, then don't tell me about what you want to tell me about. I just watched you decapitate the king in front of me. They called him Pilot Boy because he had 19 pilots in Hollywood and everybody passed on him and said his show wasn't worth it. What do you think of then when he made $500 million, they said even though his contract said he should get half of it, they said he made too much for the contract to be valid, so we'll offer you 10% of what you made. You mean he made $500 million and they offered him 50? Yes. And he said, what do you think my fans are gonna say when they find out you offered me 10% of what I made you? And they said, your fans will believe that you're a crazy crackhead by the time you get home. And my on the flight in LA, and by the time he got to Ohio, it was so.
Moving straight into the heavier connections, Katt linked this to bigger networks. He pointed at systems of control, recruitment, and how people exposing them get shut down. He even exposed them big mansion parties. Dude be talking what happens in there.
At least if you in the ATL and a nigga in the ATL, the nigga excuse himself, go to the bathroom or some shit. In Hollywood just do the drink right in front of you and act like ain't shit happened. You in the middle of a goddamn meeting. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the movie with you, and then we're gonna go back.
Did you know that I can see you? Nigga, you right there. It's on your nose.
Motherfucker gay in Hollywood, you never expected. They be having these big mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little rooms. I ain't been famous that goddamn long. I'm excited in a mother to be at the mansion party. You be looking at all the goddamn rooms, and you around and look in the wrong room.
Then there's Kanye West. Love him or not, Kanye been loud about industry secrets, control, and what really moves behind the scenes. They labeled him, called him unstable, tried to dismiss everything, even take him out too.
Information is harder to find than you think. It's secret codes. Like even when Jay-Z gave a little bit of codes on 444, there's people I know that tweeted or were texting each other like, he's giving codes away.
They tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me. And they when I asked them, how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly? It took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, oh, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Well, they would have Britney Spears to it.
And more things he said years back lining up with current mess.
I don't care who you are. I ain't taking no slice from nobody, right? I ain't taking no slice from nobody. It's God That's the only person that I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah, I'm appreciative.
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You know, out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize.
They can't control you. They can't. They try to suppress you, but that's how they try to categorize.
They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me.
Katt saying voices like Kanye stay targets because they won't stay silent.
Kanye rants. What's going on with Kanye? From a distance, obviously, I don't know how well you know Kanye. I don't know if you've been around Kanye, but from a distance, what do you suspect's going on?
I suspect that we're pretty awful people if we say that somebody got a mental illness and then we watch what they do. If you say somebody got special needs, then why would you be watching them and holding them accountable like everybody else? Wouldn't you grade them on a curve? Wouldn't you go, whew, this guy? Because, I mean, what are we reacting to? What are we reacting to? You're the one that put him in a position where he thought he was God and could call himself Jesus. And you're the one told a guy that writes musical lyrics that he was a genius.
Another name popping up now is Chris Tucker. Katt mentioned how he stood firm on certain decisions, then found himself in situations that raised questions, associations, flights, connections that made folks side-eye.
My daddy, one of the daddies, he'd do stuff with us. That's what it was cool about. He did a lot of stuff with us. But it was cool until he forget we was his kids. One time he called my sister a bitch. He was like, God damn, daddy. We was playing cards and she said he didn't put up. He got mad as hell. He don't tell me what I goddamn did. I put my money up. He's like, Daddy, I don't give a damn. I knew when she couldn't talk or walk. Don't tell me what I did, goddamn. My sister was crying. I was like, it's gonna be all right. She's like, My daddy called me I said, stop it, it's okay. He done called everybody something. He called me a punk. Let's go. Now get your head up and get back in the game.
The pattern clear. Get too close or push back and pressure comes heavy. Katt warning these names could face real consequences in 2026 if they keep talking, but the list don't stop. Katt also turned the spotlight on himself. He made it clear that speaking this open puts a target on your back. He been vocal about Diddy for years, calling out behind closed doors behavior, private gatherings he wanted no part of.
Motherfucker gay in Hollywood, you never expected. They be having these big mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little rooms. I ain't been famous that goddamn long. I'm excited in a mother to be at the mansion party. You be looking at all the goddamn rooms, and you around and look in the wrong room and
Turned down big money to avoid getting pulled in. Now he hinting even he knows he ain't fully safe. That honesty got streets buzzing because if Katt putting himself on the radar, he's seeing something coming.
Because that's all you know me for, is that I'm quite likely to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no.
Katt been flagging whistleblowers who expose too much. One name he allegedly tied to this danger is Allie Carter. She been loud about what went down at them freak-off parties, claiming she got brought in young through the foster system as a party favor for powerful people, describing closed-door scenes with no consent, boundaries, people not of age frozen in fear while grown folks acted reckless.
King over the border was for who? Protective Services is your supplier. Is anybody gonna talk about that? The immigrants that are coming across the border, that all those they were just scooping up out of boats and out of the water, They're now coming in and they're throwing them right into the system. Aurora, Colorado, Springfield, Ohio. Where do you think all those are going? This ain't about an election anymore. Y'all know that, right? I was a party favor.
What does that mean?
I was a party favor. I was somebody you could take off the table.
So you're telling me they set
I set
on a table, like when you go to a birthday party and they have gift bags for everybody that comes that have candy and toys in them, and they set them on the table. So you're telling me at the freak off parties, they put on the table instead of gift bags, and then people can do what?
Take you off the table and have with you, even though it's against the rules to do certain things.
She hinted at catching serious health issues from those environments. Now she's facing heavy threats. Even her house got raided by unknown individuals after speaking out.
Our house is gone. This is the price. This is the price of speaking out. What was our beautiful 3-bedroom acre home on 21225 Standing Rock Avenue, because everybody has the address, because organizations that were attached to Marx, Sawyer, and many other organizations decided to put out the address, my license plate to one of my cars, and many other of my shit. So here you go. You can have it, right? Because this is what happens when you speak out.
Katt warning that truth tellers like Allie stay high on the list for removal in 2026 because they keep pulling back the curtain.
What about the victims? Our PTSD lives on every damn day that they did what they did. But it's only talked about when it's trending. We got legal evidence to drop. I just don't know what's the point. Yeah, I was at a Diddy party. I was one of the party favors. But I told you, nobody tells on Diddy. Maria Z, I did that interview in 2021, 7 months ago. We made sure, I already knew that Diddy and Oprah is about to get arrested. I already knew that 7-8 months ago. We went and made sure there were sworn documents. We have them. When we went to Colorado for the A to Z event, we had a lot of legal evidence that we made sure we already had because we knew a list of people were about to get got. You can't run for that long. I'm just shocked we're finally seeing the day. So thank you so much for listening. We got to go and tie up some things, and then we'll be back. But we got to move because we don't want to be sitting ducks. Not that that does anything. It just disturbs our peace one more time, and it's bullshit. I'm not the only one. There are too many victims. Victims that you don't even know their name. Victims that you'll never hear their laugh. Victims that you'll never know who the hell they were because everybody was so busy bouncing to their music. Didn't I tell you? Music is a diary. Are you now figuring that out? If you're listening, it's one thing when you hear it and you feel it. When you feel it, you can actually hear it. When you hear it, you can actually feel it. Do you understand that their music is their diary? All these rappers, they're telling you what they did. The music, it's telling you what they did. The comedy and the art is a reflection of life.
And it connects right back to the same circle. Orlando Brown, another one Katt flagged as too loud. Orlando been out here naming names from Diddy's mansion parties, talking about who might have caught health souvenirs.
About saying that he'll pay somebody $100 grand to investigate that he has nothing to do with anything with Diddy.
Man, look, you can't take back what your butt received. That's just like the video that's coming out with him and Will.
The way Orlando been firing on these controversial topics makes him another voice Katt sees as at risk. When you talk this raw about the parties, the baby oil raids, no protection, infection spreading, you become a problem for the system.
With Will Smith getting the Will Smith. You ain't heard the Will Smith footage?
Yeah.
All right, Will Smith. Then they got the Carl Winslow.
Then there's Jaguar Wright, Always Be Very Loud, the loudest so far. She claimed Diddy had been battling HIV for years, allegedly, and she went further, saying he wasn't alone. She claimed there's a list of about 20 other men in the industry who got infected through that same circle. Big names, well protected, and she says she's sitting on that list. Katt saying she been threatened many times just to keep her quiet.
Real black families could have that opportunity just like everybody else.
I mean, he actually caught HIV, like having like a lot of women.
Oh yeah, let's go down the rabbit hole of all of his sins.
I'm just saying.
You want to know what's wild about that though? He faced that head up.
He did.
And he didn't stop doing what he's done.
He an advocate. Now he did that. And
Period. Listen to me. He faced that head up. How many dudes is running around undetectable, G?
Come on.
In the game.
Man.
Because I could tell you 20 right now that I could rattle off names, and wouldn't nobody be able to sue me.
Claimed he took out Uncle Ron for exposing the truth and even manipulated and controlled youngsters new to the game of fame.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, they said he died from that pneumonia.
Yes.
You know, just like Kim, just like Brittany Murphy. That pneumonia ain't no joke. Hey, every time somebody get to telling the truth about someone, whoever's been lying, they just say a little prayer and then the pneumonia comes, and then it's.
If he needs prayer, I don't even know what's going
They
on.
trying to sue him out so he'll feel too embarrassed to file his lawsuit against Diddy for what Will and Diddy did to him. With Jaden and Justin present, that tape exists.
Okay.
I really hope none of that baby oil was used on those kids. That would just be a bad taste. Baby oil on babies.
You can't say that the flavor camp was sponsored by Johnson & Johnson. You just come on. Come on.
Starting to sound that way, ain't it? All that talent, and they fucking, and she let Charlie tune that boy up on coke, knowing that he was bipolar and had ADHD. What kind of mother would do that to her son? Turn him into a so you could pretend to be something more than what you are, which is nothing more than a Philly whore. You're a big old they're making your son out to be, that's for sure. Because he didn't have no choice. You was down by all. I'm sorry, the Bashir conversation for me is not easy. Number one, as far as Will Smith is concerned, until he does right by all of those children that were harmed and corrupted while in his care, grew up to be men, boys like Bashir Gray, August Alsina, your own son. Like, your own son. Do people forget about that voice clip that I played from Brother Belial? Diddy had been trying to get to Bieber for a minute, and his management was backing him off. But it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship and gave temporary guardianship to the diddler for 48 hours. Think about that. He had already been to the hospital. That situation that Gene was talking about. And you still took Bieber there. But you got custody of him first.
Think about that cycle for a second. Katt connecting all these dots. Wendy getting isolated. Dave nearly painted unstable. Kanye labeled. Ali facing threats after her house got hit. Orlando dropping grenades on the health fallout. Jaguar Wright so loud on Diddy's cases. All of them refused to stay quiet about the same elite circles. The recruitment, pressure, wild gatherings where lines got crossed heavy. Katt saying 2026 already in motion for some of these names, and they could be taken out for trying to expose the full truth. But why would Katt put all this out there now? Is he trying to warn them before moves get made, or is he seeing the pattern speeding up? How many more voices about to get silenced just when the Diddy mess keeps unfolding? What does this say about the industry? If Katt right, who else on that quiet list? Will more big names get labeled unstable or removed before they drop more receipts? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you rock with real talk, hit that like, smash subscribe, and jump into the next video on your screen.